Today we're going to talk about OAS, which is the free money that every Canadian is entitled to receive in retirement. And the reason why I did those stupid air quotes is because what it means to be Canadian as far as OAS is concerned actually matters. So old age security is a pension plan set up by the government that you don't have to pay into to receive. You just have to be Canadian to receive it. So that means that as long as you lived in Canada for a portion of your life, you will receive this, but you never ever had to work a day in your life or pay taxes to receive this because it's generated from general revenues from the federal government, as opposed to CPP, which you and your employee contribute to, and then you receive an amount sort of equal to how much you paid into it. Now there is a catch, and that catch is that you have to have lived in Canada for at least 10 years after the age of 18 to receive any part of the benefit by the time you reach 65 years old. In order to be entitled to the full benefit, you need to have lived in Canada for at least 40 years to receive your full benefit. So let's just say that you have lived in Canada your entire life. So the day you turn 65, if that was this year, you would be entitled to $578.53 per month, or $6,942.26. But let's just say, for example, that you only lived in Canada since the age of 45, so you've lived in Canada for 20 years before the benefit starts, then you're only entitled to one half of that benefit, which would be $3,471.18. Now another thing that's similar with OAS to CPP is that you can take it at 65, or you can elect to delay getting paid OAS. And for each month that you elect to delay getting paid, you will get a 0.6% increase in your payments. So if you waited until you were 70 years old, you would have a 36% increase in your OAS payments. And that doesn't always make sense, but a little bit later I'm going to explain one scenario where it for sure makes sense to delay taking OAS. Now one thing that almost everybody sort of understands about OAS is that there's some sort of clawback involved with old age security or something, which is funny that everybody knows about this because it only actually affects like 2% of the retired population. You could be a retired millionaire and have this not affect you at all, but everybody seems to be so worried about it, so I am going to talk about it. If you make too much money in retirement, then they're going to start clawing back your old age security benefit. And this is after tax dollars, which is really important because this is a lot of money for a retired person to make. But let's say that you make over that threshold, which this year is $74,788. For every dollar that you make over that threshold, your OAS is going to be clawed back 15% per dollar, or 15% per, or 15 cents a dollar. I'm sorry. So as you know, I like easy math. So let's just pretend that you made, after tax, $84,788, which is exactly $10,000 above the threshold. Well, you're going to have your OAS clawed back by 15% of that $10,000, or $1,500. So now your benefit is going to be $5,442.26. Now at some point, if you make too much money, that benefit gets clawed back all the way down to zero. And where that top threshold is $121,070. Now I said I would talk about one circumstance where you would delay taking OAS, and that is if you're still working after 65 and making a really good income above that threshold, whereas you wouldn't be receiving OAS anyways, so you may as well delay it so that you get a 7.2% increase per year in your old age security. Then when you actually do retire, then you can start taking it and get a better monthly benefit, which is taxable income. So that's basically OAS in a nutshell, and next week I'm going to talk about the Guaranteed Income Supplement, otherwise known as GIS, which is something that I don't want anybody who watches any of my videos to ever have to understand or qualify for in retirement, because that means you're poor, and I don't want you to be in that case like so many elderly Canadians are today. Thank you.